Hey there guys, my name is Marcus, and in this video I'm going to guide you how you can easily use Clickup for project management. In this video we are going to create the whole space together, and I'm going to show you the views and also the columns that we can use and how effective Clickup can be. So let's start. The first thing you want to do is just click here on spaces and click new space. And here you want to enter a space name, and I'm going to name it Project Management. Click next. Here we are going to choose a space color. So let's say I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to add a pizza. Then click next. Now we have option to choose if you're going to work with the others. Spaces can be shared with members. You can add guests to folders, lists, and tasks after creating space, or you can share it only with someone. That's up to you which one of these you would choose. Then click next. And now you have options to choose a template like custom, content, Kanban, marketing, normal, Scrum. Now I'm going to choose a custom right now because we're going to create completely together. So let's click just next and leave it like it is. Now we have options to enable click apps. You're always going to have the information next to the what you want to use. So let's say I'm going to enable email. Custom fields to your tasks to be used for anything. Okay, we can have it. Then sprint points, time estimates, even milestones. So you can really choose which one you want. Then click next. Then default settings for views. So we have option to even add a calendar. Let's say we are going to add a timeline. We can add a table or workload. That's completely up to you which one you're going to use for project management. And then click review space. Here we have the space name, avatar, share with, task status, click apps, default settings for views, create a task. And voila, here we have it. So what we're going to do first, we are going to create statuses, but don't create it this way. What you want to do is to simply go to top left on the list, 3 dots. Here you're going to click list settings. Then list statuses, and you're gonna write custom and choose here a launch. Then we're gonna have execution, and we can have, let's say, planning. Okay, so planning is going to be like this, launch it can be blue. Click save. And now what you want to do is go to top right on the show and empty statuses that you want to show them. Let's see. Okay, now I'm going to refresh it. Oh, here we are. So what you can find here that we have the planning, we have the execution, and we have the launch here. So what we can add here is a task name, but right before we're going to add a task name, which can be, let's say, for our project, create a video. Let's say we're going to create it. So right there, whatever task you want, you have option to simply add a subtask. So let's say it's going to be create a thumbnail for this video. We can create simply subtasks. Then you can even edit the task, or we can rename it. Now I'm not going to open straight away the task, what you can actually find here. We are going to fill everything, the columns here, and then we are going directly for the task. So the first thing that I would recommend for you to do is when you would click on the add column, is just simply add a drop down as a status. Now you're gonna have plenty of columns here that you can use as a checkbox, email, formulas, labels, locations, money, people, phone, progress. So I'm going to add a drop down, and I would simply add here status. Then I'm going to add statuses as working on it, done, stuck, future steps, on hold. And let's choose the colors here. So on working on it, I can have like this. Done can be green, stuck is going to be red, future steps can be light blue, on hold, let's say it's going to be gray. So add a column. So now I can simply add a status here, or like right after assignee, that I can assign it to myself and change the status, like let's say working on it. The next thing that we can add is for our task is a timeline. So we can have a timeline here. So we're going to add date. And let's say this is going to be timeline of our, like the video. And now we can have, like let's say how long it's going to be. So let's say it's going to be for tomorrow. You always, when you're gonna, I just want to show you something, when you're gonna have the timeline, you can simply go to calendar, or like let's say timeline here. I'll create a video like this. Okay, close, or even due date. You can also do that and create a video that we have it here, and you can simply make it longer, right? So you see that, okay, this is the timeline for the video. You would find it always in timeline. So you see due date here. And that's pretty much it, how you can have it. Let's delete this one here. So here we have it, and we have the like really perfect, the due date until it needs to be done, and also combine how long it's actually doing right now. Then you can simply also add the time tracking. So let's say I'm going to have show and hide, and I can add the time track. So I can add how long it's going to be, or I can add a timer in which I'm always like saying, okay, how much time I'm actually spending for working on it. Or what I can do is to simply add a manual one. Let's say it's going to be 1 hour. And then I would click save. See, so we see the time tracked here. Then you can also add a completion date. So let's say that you can add a date and you would add completion. So let's say it's going to be 31st, right? Or let's say it's going to be for 15 tomorrow as a completion. So you can add a completion date. My recommendation, you can have it also the link here. So I would have a link as add a column, and then I can have also the file. So I can simply add the files, and I can add a file here, assets, right? Then let's say it's going to be photo for the thumbnail, as I mentioned. And that's pretty much it. Now, these are the columns that you can like use. Possibly you can use it even more, that you can even more fun, right? That you can add more relationships, the rating here, the progress, the files, the checkbox. And now let me show you what you can do. When I'm going to click on a task here, I can set it to complete. I can have a next status here. I can assign it. I can change the priority. Then I can simply add a description for the status, for the task. Then when you come here, you're always going to find the columns, the link, the assets, the status directly here. Now, then you're going to have the to-do under it. In to-do, you're going to find the subtasks and also the checklist that you can add. What is your option here is also add relationship. So you can add, create a relationship if you want. Or you can simply add dependency. The tasks that must be completed before these tasks, or tasks that can start until this task is completed. Relationship is good if you're gonna have like clients or combined with different tasks. Then you can use the relationship. I created also a tutorial how you can use the relationship, so you can check it out. Now, when you got this, you can also, let's say we're gonna have execution, write a blog, and launch can be YouTube video about marketing. Here we got it all, right? So what we can do next is to simply go to board. And in a board, you have always option to find that, okay, you got a planning, execution, launch. Let's say in a moment, you can even create an automation that when you have the launch, it's going to automatically add to complete. So when the status changes for a task, for the item, it's going to get automatically to complete. Or what you can do is when you're going to have the group status, I want to show you something. So let's say status for execution is going to be stuck. Here it's going to be future steps. I'm going to click on a board and I can simply change the group by status, custom fields, and have it by status. And here we are. So we see that the done here, we can like move it as much as we want. So we have the working on it done, stuck future steps. But what you can do also is when you would like click again on the list and you don't like the order in your board, you can click here, edit options, and I can edit it, right? So like this, like this. Click save now. So in the moment when I go to board and I go custom fields, status, you can easily change the board order. So this is pretty much it what you can do here and how effective it can be. Calendar, we already explained that we have it right here, the create a video for these dates. Timeline is really like a little bit more effective than calendar in my opinion, and you can find everything here. You can always like click on it and change and adapt to the tasks. Then you're gonna find also the table. In table, you will be able to see, this is similar to lists, and you can, is showing the subtasks. You see the status, due date, priority, and you can always add a new link here. Also, you can add plenty of show and hide if you want, or like adding a new column in your table. So this is comparing very similar to list. So this is pretty much it, how you can use it and how effective it can be. Now what you can do also is if you want to, you can even add for your list, if you're going to use it for project management, a to-do. But I personally think that it's effective to use it as a subtasks. So you want to make it simple. So let's say when you're planning and create a video, or you're writing a blog and it's in execution, you can simply add in to-do and just add here subtasks and checklists. Everything need to do for this particular block, let's say. And this is how we can do it. So this is the project management and how we can manage the project. So let's say it's going to be project for business. And that's pretty much it. So thank you very much guys for watching. I hope this video helped you on how we can build a successful project management in ClickUp. Have a great day and goodbye. See ya.